Right, so we just going to do for my book our candlestick patterns, right? So I label out in my book bullish pattern. So well, bullish candlestick pattern, right? So we're just gonna deal with the hammer today and the inverted hammer, which is two of the bullish signs, right? So I'm going to identify to you in the on an uptrend, but when it's going up on the pullback where it's going to go to the support area, you would identify these two patterns. And today we are just going to talk a little bit about that, and that's it. So we just keep the video short, very interactive, so when you are trading your trend, you would be able to identify these two things that you're looking for. All right, so just keeping it simple for you guys. Do hope that you're loving the vibes. So from my book, I label out the trend, etc. Uptrend, downtrend, so range. I label out all of that in the book. Good stuff to read and what to look for. I've lay out all the candlestick, what we should look for. So this book has, I believe I put about 80 pages. So this is like my trading guide. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about the hammer. The hammer candle looks like this, for example, and you could also YouTube it or Google it. So this would be a hammer candle, right? So hammer, and the inverted hammer would be the other way around, right? Short inverted hammer. So the inverted hammer could be green, and the hammer, I hope you're following me and understanding this, right? So we have the bearish pattern, which could be the same one, right? And the shooting star, right? So this one would be the shooting star. And this one would be the hanging man, right? So I do have all of that label here. So what we're gonna do is, see, it's a good thing I have a red marker. I does be teaching Forex regular, so I thought my red marker finish. Right, so this is gonna be red, and this is going to be red, right? So the hammer would be green, the inverted hammer would be green, the hanging man would be red, and the shooting star would be red. All right, so we will just deal with basically that two pattern, that is four pattern right there. So in Forex, you could see this at your support resistance, your support resistance are lines that you drop where you believe that it's going to have reversal, right? So the next time we're going to do the bearish engulfing or the bullish engulfing candle. So we're just going to work with this study. All right, so since we have that, let me look in my book and I would show you and just talk about what I had here, right, at my hammer candle, which it would be this one here. So my hammer candle is identified when you see a trend in the market, right? So you see this is my support area right here. A hammer candle should form anyway around in this area, right? That is one way to identify if you are going long in your trend whole aspect area. And what could help it confirm as well, if you get a bullish engulfing, and we're going to do that in the next class, right? So we just identify the hammer. Now we're going to identify the inverted hammer, right? So let's do the inverted hammer. It's in my book, right? So we have the inverted hammer. Right? So we're gonna draw back our trend, and we have our trend line here. So this should be your area of support, the inverted hammer right here, which is green. And what would confirm that as well, which we will do it in the next class, right? That would be our engulfing candle as well. So there's where we apply the inverted hammer as well. All right, so you can see it's right here, inverted hammer. We have our trend line. I put a little note here and where we look out for it.